And we are underway here at T-Mobile Park in Seattle. Just a great setting for baseball. Loud crowds. The 1-0 check swing went too far. 1-1. They called the count on Gleyber Torres. Jeremy Rehawk is our home plate umpire today. John Tumpane at first. Chris Guccione at second. Crew Chief Alan Porter at third. Swing and a miss. Fastball up and in. Lively. So, Dan, the upshoot fastball, Tiger hitters talk about it. They will kind of grade the upshoot fastball, and it's usually all about a guy with a low arm angle. The 1-2, up and away, 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Yeah, and you could see it when he was throwing his flat ground before he went out into the bullpen to finish his warm-up tosses. You could even see it on the flat ground, just the way it upshooted and how much trouble that's going to be, and that's why you have to make him bring it down.
2-2, swinging a foul straight back. Ooh, that was center cut 97. So what that does, creates the illusion that the ball is actually going up. What it really means is that the ball does not drop as much as you expect. He's lost a little off the fastball in recent years. The 2-2 swinging a foul tip in and out of the glove of Cal Raleigh. Still, he's just a rock in this Seattle rotation, traded here from Cincinnati in 2022. He's averaged 32 starts a year the last 3 years. You know what you're going to get most days from Luis Castillo. 2-2, swinging a high, slicing foul. We'll go down the right field line. This is the ideal leadoff at-bat in a game. Gleyber Torres will see at least 8 pitches. You see 7, you get a little plus next to your name, no matter what happens in the at-bat. By Tiger coaches and manager A.J. Hinch. The 2-2, swing and a miss. Woo, that's a sharp, late-breaking slider.
But you're right, Dan. That was one of those at-bats. And, yes, you don't want to have a strikeout to start the game. But if you can build that pitch count up again, because that bullpen for Seattle was used heavily in last night's game.
Am I hearing boos for Kerry Carpenter?
Imagine that.
First pitch, fastball tails away. What a fun conversation to talk with Kerry about his, well, let's face it, I mean, that's an epic at-bat.
Yeah.
Against George Kirby in the game last night. The 1-0. Changeup has not been a good pitch for him necessarily against lefties. Used to be a real weapon.
It was. It used to be his favorite pitch. He threw it more than his four-seam fastballs, but just over the course of time has just developed into more of that fastball pitcher with the, I wouldn't say occasional change. He still leans on it pretty heavily to left-handers.
Just a little bit different pitch mix to lefties. About half his pitches are the four-seam fastball, the 1-1, swing and a foul straight back, 1-2 on Kerry Carpenter, then mixes the change, the sinker, the slider, all about 15-16% of the time. The at-bat for Carpenter last night, he fell behind 0-2, risked taking a pitch in that had been called a strike earlier in the at-bat. The 1-2, swinging a little soft tap foul, kicks off behind home plate to the first base side. Took that pitch. It was kind of a big strike zone last night for Alex Tosi, and let's face it, took the pitch, it was called a ball, and then the next pitch was a sinker over the plate, and he did not miss. The 1-2 in the dirt, and we were both surprised to hear that it was the highest pitch that he had ever hit, because we've seen him hit some shoulder-high fastballs. Highest pitch that he had hit out for a home run in his career. Even he didn't know that.
He was surprised. Like, really? Oh.
The 2-2 down and in. We've seen some really disciplined at-bats for a guy who just didn't draw walks during the regular season until kind of toward the end. Our coaches talk about it all the time. The only way you can stay hot is by taking your walks. The 3-2 up and in, and Kerry Carpenter just took his walk.
Yeah, and that was a pitch that was very close last night to being called a strike. That was a little bit of a swing-back fastball on the inside part of the plate. It was off the plate, but that's one that you kind of hold your breath a little bit.
Yep.
But so far, just 2 batters in, you can tell that that was a ball.
It brings up Riley Green, fastball up and in, so the right-left split against Luis Castillo. Again, it's pretty pronounced. And it's been this way for the last 2 years. The 1-0. Fastball up and away. He's really misfiring now. with the fastball. Lefties have hit 280 with solid power numbers. Right-handed batters this year, much lower batting average, 212 with a very little bit of power. Riley Green, 4 for 8 in his career against Castillo, swinging a long foul fly down the right field line.
You know, you think about just going back to that Gleyber Torres at bat, how much stress that put on Castillo, and then right after that at bat, Kerry Carpenter jumps in there, and you have to be very, very careful. That was a long at bat, and now you've got Riley Green stepping in.
2-1, swinging a foul out of play, fastball in. Riley Green, 2 for 5 in the game last night, 4 for 11 against Cleveland. I like the fact, Dan, that 4 of his last 6 hits have been singles.
Yeah.
Because it's kind of what it felt like Kerry Carpenter got back on track by just taking the singles. The 2-2s, swinging a fly ball deep to the left center field gap, but over to his left. Rosarena will make the easy catch for the second out here in the first inning. Scoreless, a man on first, 2 outs. That'll leave it up to Spencer Torkelson.
Yeah, just to think about, okay, there's only a runner on first. It was a walk, but there's some stress in this inning, and it's the first inning. That's ideally what you want to do. You know, you want to put that pressure right away on Luis Castillo, and, you know, maybe he gets out of it, but still he's going to know, like, oh, man, am I in for a battle today?
Torkelson takes first pitch fastball away, really misfiring. The numbers for Luis Castillo, 32 starts, 11-8 with a 3.50 ERA. That's kind of where he's been for the last few years. Walk rate right around 2 per 9. Strikeouts have dipped a little bit. We're still at 8 strikeouts per 9. Torkelson takes fastball perfect on the outside edge. Rehak goes up with the right hand. Crawford straight up at shortstop. Polanco at second base shades up the middle. The outfield doesn't move a whole lot. They're pretty much straight up on most batters. Rodriguez shades a step toward right center. The 1-1. Low and away. Fastball misses, and again, a good hitter's count. Torres saw 8 pitches. Carpenter saw 7. Green 5. And now Torque will see at least 4. And he's got the good hitter's count. Castillo works over toward the first base side of the rubber. Short, cautious lead for Carpenter. The 2-1. Swing and a miss. And that's what he can get with that fastball. That's 95 in a good spot.
That one looked like Torque was a little late on that one.
Everybody on their feet here in Seattle. Urging Castillo to get the final strike, the final out of the first inning. Castillo sets, holds the glove right at the belt. The 2-2 is swinging a high fly ball left field, fairly deep, but Rosarena will go back to his right, stop, and make the catch. Torkelson flies out. And a fully extended. Didn't get a lot on the swing. Tigers get a walk and no more. Make Castillo work hard. We go to the bottom.
Let's see if we can figure out the following baseball.
California, grew up in Kingman, Arizona. Tarek Skubal.
Yeah, Tarek is coming up. A brilliant performance against the Guardians, throwing 7 2/3 innings, allowing just 1 run on 3 hits while striking out 14. Dan, he just seems like he's getting stronger as the season progresses. That 4-seam fastball is averaging just above 99 miles an hour.
His best average fastball of the year has come in the last 3 starts.
Yeah.
Each time ticking up just a little bit to, like you said, just over 99 miles an hour average. Rosarena at the plate. First pitch fastball outside, ball 1. The oddity about this ballpark, and we noticed this last night, players talked about very alive and electric atmosphere, and it is. But they also go silent. The 1-0. Fastball strike, inner half of the plate. We saw with Tigers when they got early runners on yesterday, Kirby would deliver a pitch in complete silence. The 1-0. Ground ball up the middle and pass to diving Gleyber Torres into center field. Rosarena singles to center. Baez hit it toward the hole. Torres is trying to make a play on the left field side of second base. Ground ball single to start the first inning. Tarek Skubal has made 5 starts in his career against the Mariners. 2 this year were very un-Skubal-like. 2 mediocre starts. Cal Raleigh at the plate, swinging a foul. Back to the screen. Tried to attack that first pitch. Usually his swing decisions are pretty incredible when he attacks the first pitch. Last night, he popped out twice attacking the first pitch. Fouls this one straight back. Chance of MVP every time Cal Raleigh peeks out of the dugout. The strike 1. Down and in. Hard slider low and in. Probably 2 of Tarek's, you almost hate to say worst starts because it doesn't feel like there's ever a worse start for Tarek Skubal. 2 of his least good starts this year were against Seattle here in April and then again in July in Detroit. 5 2/3 here. He gave up 3 runs on 6 hits. Swing and a miss. Slider at the belt, kind of like a cutter when it's up at the belt. And then 5 innings, he gave up 4 runs on 4 hits in Detroit. So unusual, 7 runs in 10 2/3 innings against the Mariners this year to start his career, including 2 starts in Seattle. 5 innings, 2 runs, 7 innings, 2 runs, 6 innings, 1 run. And it does feel like the way he's finishing and the way he's pitching right now, we're going to see more of the typical Tarek Skubal 6-7 inning start tonight against these Mariners. Listen how quiet it is. The 1-2 up and in, check swing. Did he go? No appeal down to first, 2-2.
Yeah, it gets that nice roar going, the energy behind it, and then all of a sudden it's, let's watch Cal Raleigh.
It's like when Miguel was going for 500.
Yeah.
The ballpark got silent in Detroit. The 2-2. Changeup misses low. Raleigh had 3 hits yesterday, all singles. Mariners lineup that, again, not unlike the Yankees lineup. And the Tigers know how to pitch to this type of lineup, a lineup that bombs the ball, draws walks, and has a lot of swing and miss in it. Big early pitch, the 3-2. Swing and a miss. Got him with the changeup.
You know, that's so typical Skubal right there, you know, where leadoff hitter gets a base hit, you go 3-2 as everybody's yelling MVP, MVP, and 3-2 you pull out and throw that changeup, which is about as good as you can throw a changeup. Not get me over. That was perfectly located down and away.
Julio Rodriguez at the plate. First pitch. Fastball perfect at the belt. In. Strike 1. Against the individuals in this lineup, Rosarena was 5 for 18 coming into this game. Julio Rodriguez 2 for 8 with a double and a home run. Had both RBIs for the Mariners yesterday. Swing and a foul straight back. Oh man, I love how he's just powering these righties in.
Just tying them up, and it just, again, makes him conscious of that. And when you have control like that, He's putting it right on that corner, not just a ball in, right on that corner. That just opens up that down and away for the changeup.
Skubal way over on the third base side. Sets, holds the glove above the belt. The 0-2. Swing and a foul straight back. 99. Fouled straight back in on Julio Rodriguez. Fifth start in the postseason for Tarek Skubal. 3 have been just electrifying, including that last one out. One of the best we've ever seen in the postseason. The 0-2 again. Swinging a ground ball softly foul. It was the 14 strikeouts, which matched a franchise record for a postseason game. Joe Coleman back in 1972. It was also 26 swings and misses. All of his strikeouts, all 14 were on swinging third strikes. The 0-2, low and away. That's the hardest changeup we've seen him throw all year. 91 on the changeup. Torres at second, shades up the middle. Javi Baez straight up at short. The 1-2, swinging a foul to the screen. This is a battle. Julio Rodriguez will see at least 7 pitches in this trip to the plate.
Boy, just this early going, too, I like the way he uses that slider. He's throwing him up to Cal Raleigh just to get him to look up there and then try to get him with the fastball, and then throwing that slider in on the hands.
Runner goes swinging a miss, throw it on the second base, and they didn't get him. One hopper. Torres fielded, dropped the hand on Arozarena, but Arozarena became a better base stealer this year. Is in with his first steal of the postseason after stealing 31 in the regular season. Strikeout of Rodriguez. 2 outs, runner at second base. That leaves it up to Jorge Polanco.
And there was that slider. It's just enough off of that fastball. After throwing so many fastballs to Rodriguez, he just pulls the string just ever so slightly, had him out in front, and just couldn't complete that strike him out, throw him out.
Arozarena takes his lead off second base, swinging a high pop-up from shadow up into sunshine on the left side of the infield, down into the glove. Zach McKinstry, Polanco first pitch swinging, pops out. Leadoff single does no harm. Skubal strands Arozarena at second. We go to the second inning, game 2 of the division series, scoreless after 1 on the Detroit Tigers Radio Network, presented by Meyer.
Let's see if we can figure out the following baseball slang term.
Yeah.
First pitch, fastball up, lays off. The upshoot fastball. Tend to get a lot of swing and miss underneath that pitch. If you're Luis Castillo, the 1-0, swinging a foul out of play. 94 center cut. Again, all of his offerings to lefties pretty hittable for average. Fastball, four-seam and sinker hit for power. Swing and a miss on a fastball running away. Lost about 2 miles an hour off the fastball in the last 3-4 seasons. Just going down a tick each of the last 3 years. But wind up the 1-2. A little bit low. Changeup misses low and away. We said that used to be a real weapon against lefties, and the problem for him is it's not a weapon anymore. It's often ball out of hand. The 2-2. Down and in. 3-2 on Cole Keith. Walks lefties at a much higher rate than right-handed batters. That's why, again, focusing on the lefties to get things started here tonight. The 3-2 up and away, and Cole Keith, like Kerry Carpenter in the first, a walk, this time a leadoff walk here in the second inning for Dylan Dingler.
Boy, it just got ahead and just all of a sudden just almost lost it with 3 consecutive pitches, couple of change-ups, and then misses badly with the four-seamer way up and away.
It's like he knows he needs that changeup against lefties, but it's just not there for him. Dylan Dingler takes first pitch slider middle for a called strike. Castillo gets an average number of ground balls in a typical start, but he knows how to get that ground ball with men on base to get the double play turn behind him. The strike one. Swing and a pop-up. Up into the sunshine, down into the glove of Polanco, about 10 feet into the outfield grass behind second base. Dingler pops out the first out here in the second inning. You'll see that the Tigers still are not getting a ton of hits with runners in scoring position, but, I mean, that's kind of the narrative is still not getting the big hits. True to an extent, but what I'll take, Dan, is that they are now getting opportunities. A lot more opportunities with men on base. Swinging a foul out of play. They have had double-digit opportunities, plate appearances with runners in scoring position each of their last 3 games going back to the wild card series in Cleveland. They'd only had 4 of those games their previous 17. Part of the problem with the run scoring earlier was there wasn't any traffic on the base paths. Strike one, up and in. So yeah, would they like a few more hits with men on base? Yes, but it starts with getting more men on base.
Get him on base and get him in the scoring position. But also, who are those teams that they were going up against, too?
Right.
You got a really good Cleveland staff, a really good Boston staff, and in Cleveland again.
1-1 away. They were 5 for 12 in that deciding win over Cleveland in the elimination game of the wild card. 2 for 11 last night, but on a night when Tiger batters struck out 16 times, Zach McKinstry made contact when it mattered most. The 2-1, swinging a foul. Back to the screen, 2-2 on Zach McKinstry. Zach may be just a 1 for 13 in the postseason with 3 walks, but he has 2 game-winning hits.
Exactly. Yep.
The sacrifice bunt that scored a run in Cleveland in a 2-1 win in Game 1, and his ground ball single in the 11th last night. 2-2, off the plate and in. Castillo wanted it. Tilts his head as he looks in at home plate umpire Jeremy Rehak. These are really disciplined at-bats, Dan.
Yeah, they're not afraid to take those, and I think they feel a lot better just the way the strike zone's being called.
Keith takes off, pitches ball 4. He slides into second base. He would have beaten the throw. Would have been a steal, but Zach McKinstry draws a walk. How about this? The lefties, 3 of the 4, have now walked in this game. And Cole Keith got a huge jump. Cole Keith had 1 steal this year. He got a huge jump in motion with Castillo on the mound. He is a pitcher you can run on, and that, I think, is an early indicator that that might be a theme tonight. Traffic on the base paths. 2 walks. Tigers still looking for their first hit. Why not the guy who's had the most hits over the last week? Javi Baez.
And he's got to come to him, too, after walking 2 people. Javi's going to get a good pitch to hit.
First pitch, he shows bunt, and he foul tipped it into the glove of the catcher, Cal Raleigh. How about that? He was trying to lay a bunt down for a base hit.
Yeah, he thought maybe he was going to get a first pitch that was right down the middle, and he didn't. He got that slider, but Suarez way, way back at third base.
Strike one, swinging a pop foul out of play, and he quickly falls behind. No balls, 2 strikes. Saw him a lot in his days in the National League. When Castillo was with Cincinnati, 9 for 40 with 3 doubles in his career against Castillo. The 0-2 yanks the slider down and away. Trying to get Javi to chase. He still will, but the discipline's so much better, and he's also taking pitches away, driving them consistently into right. We now see teams starting to play him a little differently with their first baseman way off the line and shaded toward the hole where a lot of his hits have gone. 2 on, 1 out, the 1-2. Again, yanks the slider away. Lots of pitches already for Luis Castillo. His pitch count is at 43 in the second with 1 out. No score. Tigers trying to break through in the second inning. The 2-2. Swinging a soft little tapper. Dribbles on the first baseline. Raleigh will pick it up, throw to first to get Javi Baez. Runners advance to second and third. Acted like a bunt. Keith at third. McKinstry at second for Parker Meadows. Parker had a line drive hit in the game last night, plus a line out. Munoz made a really nice play on the mound. Cal Raleigh wants to go out and talk this over with Luis Castillo. What do you think he's thinking or wants to talk to him about?
Yeah, a couple things. Just again that there's 2 outs and that pitch count going up, and they've been stressful innings. Maybe just to give them a little bit of time. Also, first base is open, but I don't know that I'd want to be maybe just being very careful of Parker Meadows, putting all that pressure to throw strikes to Gleyber Torres, who knows that strike zone. So it's a touchy situation. Just, I think, more than anything, just giving him that extra rest and then just to remind him how to go after Parker.
Suarez even with the base at third. Rest of the infield back, the outfield straight up. They come in a little bit on Parker. Windmills that bat around once, twice, spreads out, knees bent, upper body upright, extends the hands away from the left shoulder as he cocks the bat over it. First pitch, fastball fouled out of play. Started him off, fastball away.
Also, Dan, you go out there and you know that these are important moments, because if the Tigers score first, they're going to put all kinds of pressure on the Mariners with Skubal on the mound, and you're already down 1-0.
Meadows 2 for 5 against Castillo, takes a strike. Busted him in with 96. Everybody climbs to their feet. Second and third, 2 outs. Tigers trying to take the lead in the second. The 0-2, high and tight. Meadows backs out of the left-handed batter's box. Time for dollars on deck. If Parker Meadows gets a hit this inning, Northfield Lumber will donate to Detroit Blightbusters. Northfield Lumber is Michigan's oldest business, largest Trex decking dealer. The 1-2. Away, appeal to third, did not go. Crowd disagrees. He held up.
I thought so.
Side view, very
close.
Woo.
Could have
gone either way.
You think live, and then you see the replay, and you're, oops.
2-2. Ground ball foul. Slider down and in. That's a good foul. And he just doesn't have that offering with the changeup that's been too hittable. Doesn't have that one offering for lefties that he feels confident in that can get the swing and miss. The 2-2, swing and a pop-up foul, little slice out of play. Third base side well back. I like this. Pitch count's at 50.
Yes.
For Luis Castillo. And the average pitch count would be in the low 30s after 2.
And especially as much energy as he has to put into those fastballs. I mean, he's putting in a lot in that motion, a lot behind that to generate that velocity to get it up in that strike zone.
Meadows will see at least 7 pitches in this trip to the plate. Castillo ready. The 2-2 again. Swing and a miss. Got him with a fastball. 2 walks, a bounce out. Tigers put 2 in scoring position. Meadows strikes out.
Great moments in baseball have been broadcast on the radio since 1921.
Smith corks one into right.
And fouls it over the screen. He's a senior in high school. He's at a showcase. He said, I had a shortstop. His name was Bull, I think. Made a great play in this game in which he's pitching. He's really fired up. The strike one. Off the plate and in 1-1. He said, suddenly I'm throwing 92. He said, I've never thrown harder than 86. He said the very next inning, all of a sudden there was a whole bunch of scouts with radar guns behind home plate. The 1-1, swinging a fly ball, center field. Parker Meadows will go back a step, stop, make the catch. 1 up and 1 down in the second inning. And he said, this is it. This is my opportunity. I've got scouts from schools, Division I schools, looking at me. So he gets a bunch of business cards. The next game in the showcase is Saturday. In between that game and the game Saturday is a high school football game Friday night that he is playing in. He gets a little beat up in that high school football game. He said, I go out on Saturday, I'm throwing 82. And all those scouts packed up their radar guns, and they were gone.
Yep.
After the first inning, ground ball to first on a big hop for Torkelson. He'll field, make the play unassisted, 2 up and 2 down. So he starts making calls. All those business cards he'd gotten a few days before. Nobody's interested. And his dad said, you've got to call the one guy who showed an interest, Elliot Kribbe, trying to rebuild a Seattle University baseball program that had been dormant for decades. He said, Dad, I don't want to go to Seattle. I'll just stay home at the local junior college, which had a really good baseball program. He said, call him. And that's how he ended up at Seattle University. And it changed everything. Fastball for a strike. Elliot Kribbe was so influential in his career, and he gives that coaching staff all the credit for turning him into a guy who got drafted after Tommy John surgery. In the 9th round by the Tigers, he is hosting Seattle University's baseball team today. Quickly 0-2 on Mitch Garver. 30-some tickets for that team. They had a workout this morning, and he said, hey, I used to come to games here when I was in school, and there's nothing quite like it. And near and dear to his heart, the 0-2 and swinging a pop-up foul and out of play. And it's pretty neat, the connection he still has with that program.
Yeah, the first time in April, he did the same thing. He hosted a bunch of them and actually met with them down at the concourse level and introducing and gives them a chance for the young players to ask him questions.
The 0-2 swing and a miss. 99 just blew it by Mitch Garver. No chance. That is a quick 1-2-3 second for Tarek Skubal and the Tigers. 7 pitches and the 1-2-3. We head to perfect slider, strike one.
I'm not sure how many times I've seen an actual blue sky this crystal clear without a cloud anywhere near.
Strike one, swinging a foul out of play. You come here in April and it's kind of cloudy, rainy. Let's face it. You come here in the middle of the summer and it's about as nice as it gets. Mid-70s, sunshine, the 0-2. Swing and a miss. That was a rare kind of funky swing from Gleyber Torres at a fastball, almost a half cut, like he didn't see it very well.
Yeah, like he
very
was,
late.
Yeah, like he was looking for something else, and at that last split second, just decided, well, I got to swing because I think it's a strike.
Yep. That brings up Kerry Carpenter, walked in a 7-pitch at bat first time up. First pitch, swing and a miss. Takes a little off the slider, which is up to 86. That was 82 away. At bat last night started with a slider that he drove hard and fouled on the right field line. And it was 97-mile-an-hour sinker up, 97-mile-an-hour sinker up, 97-mile-an-hour sinker up. Swinging a foul back. And believe me, there has certainly been talk in Seattle about the decision for manager Dan Wilson to leave George Kirby in to face Kerry Carpenter. The 0-2 swinging a line drive on one hop to second, pick by Polanco. Flips it to first. A little bit of an ole there. It feels like a little good fortune with that one landing in his glove. He kind of swiped at it on the in-between hop off to the side. Good play. Whew.
Yeah, one of those plays where it was going to be a tricky hop no matter which way he played it.
I mean, that's a heck of a pick. A little star next to that. Watching the replay, it's like, no, that's really all he could do.
He couldn't really charge it. He
Nope.
couldn't go back. He had to do it just the way he played it.
1-0 swing and a miss. Best changeup that Castillo has thrown. Third inning today is brought to you by Mastercraft Heating, Cooling, Plumbing, and Electric. For fast service and the best price, choose Mastercraft. No score, third inning. Left side of the infield shifts to the right. The outfield straight up. Riley swings and pops it up. Shadow up into sunshine. Down into the glove of Julio Rodriguez. That is a quick 1-2-3 third for Castillo and the Mariners, and he needed it.
Great moments in baseball have been broadcast on the radio since
His fastball is cruising 98, 99.
Yeah, Robles came over here, didn't he? Got out to that great start, and I think they signed him to that 2-year contract. I think they were so impressed with the way he came here and just turned himself around.
3-2, low and outside at 100. Oh, was that close? So we'll keep an eye on Robles. Just 6 steals this year in 8 attempts. This is a Seattle team that loves to run. They're a good base stealing team. They are not nearly the base running team that the Tigers are. And we saw examples of it last night. Scribble does a very good job shutting down that running game. 97 on the black away to J.P. Crawford. This is the bat after Cal Raleigh that I had circled tonight in this Mariners lineup, because J.P. Crawford is 4 for 5 in his career against Tarek Skubal, swinging a ground ball shot foul over into the Tigers dugout on the third base side. Quickly, no balls and 2 strikes.
Boy, that had the dugout scrambling there. That was right above that railing where everybody's perched up there, and they scattered in a hurry. But you talk about what Tarek Skubal hates, walking people. The thing he hates more, just about as much, is giving up a stolen base too. He always talks about that free 90. I don't want to give up that free 90, so he does. He holds runners extremely well.
Crawford waiting on an 0-2 on the way. Swing and a foul. I mean, you can't even begin to explain how Crawford is 4 for 5 in his career against Tarek Skubal, who buries lefties. Upright stance, knees slightly flexed, the upper body upright. Leans back just a little bit, then leans into home plate. Runner goes, swinging a pop-up foul and out of play. Robles looked like he had a pretty decent jump. Count remains no balls and 2 strikes on Crawford. Rosarena waiting on deck.
And that's where we've had games, you and I, before, where Tarek just sees that runner out of the corner of his eye and sees him going, and then adjusts the pitch to give Dylan Dingler that really good throw, almost like a pitch out.
The 0-2, swing and a miss. Beauty of a changeup, down and in. 5th pitch of the at-bat. It's J.P. Crawford, 4th strikeout for Tarek Skubal, and he's continuing his run of swing and miss 3rd strikes, all 4 today. First trip through the order, he has 4 strikeouts, have been on swinging 3rd strikes. Rosarena ground ball single on a 1-1 pitch, first time up. First pitch, slider misses low and in. No, pulled the changeup down in there, ball 1. No score, we're in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Today's game brought to you in part by Meyer, an official partner of the Detroit Tigers. The series is brought to you by the Toyota dealers of Michigan. The 1-0. Fastball 99 away. Just a little bit of a misfire on some fastballs today, unusual. Robles, short, cautious lead at first. The 2-0. Check swing. Did he go? He absolutely did. Slider down and in. 2-1 on a Rosarena, the unanimous Cy Young Award winner last year in the American League, and you couldn't have done a better job. He basically duplicated everything from last year, all the good numbers. Flip over to first to drive Robles back with some just incremental improvements in things like first pitch strikes, total strikes, swing and miss strikes. 2-1, Robles started, stop. Strike 99 on the black in. 2 balls and 2 strikes on a Rosarena.
Yeah, I thought maybe he might take off just after that toss over before that previous pitch, saying he's not going to come over twice in a row, and maybe he didn't like his jump and just shut it down.
Now the 2-2. Swing and a foul over the screen. Long at bat in the first inning for Cal Raleigh. He saw 6 pitches struck out. Rodriguez saw 7 pitches and struck out. Robles walked on a 3-2 in this inning. Crawford just saw 5 pitches. Skibble sets, holds it at the belt again, the 2-2. Swing in a little soft tap foul. That's a pretty good foul on a slider away by ERA. Walks, strikeouts, what opponents hit against Tarek Skubal. I mean, everything across the board basically identical to a year ago when he was the unanimous Cy Young Award winner. To say he's on track for a second is an understatement. Flip over to first. Crowd boos. They should be cheering because that, you would think, means Robles is off.
Yep.
Torres shades up the middle. Baez shades toward the hole. Take another step toward the hole at short. Swing and a pop-up. Up into the sunshine, into left field, and then down into the glove. Riley Green for the second out of the third inning. Scoreless, Tigers and Mariners. We talk about the history for the Mariners here at home, Dan. They've only been in the postseason. This is only their sixth trip to the postseason in 49 years of existence. The franchise came into being in the 70s. And they haven't done any run scoring here at home. This is just the third playoff series and third game at home since 2001. Line drive to short, grabbed by Javi Baez. Cal Raleigh lines out softly. And in the end, another good inning for...
Take a hack at guessing which baseball player or manager said the following.
Till yesterday in 24 years. And then yesterday held to just 2 runs in 11 innings. This is a ballpark, as we've talked about, holds down run scoring. The Tigers have done an excellent job against the Mariners offense here for their pitch in the last 3 series. Fastball strike. Torque was kind of jumping back out of the way. Home plate umpire Jeremy Rehak calls it right on the black. Accurately called. Ballpark just gets so quiet. Remember when Miguel was going for his 500th Comerica, Park would go silent like a golf gallery, waiting for a guy to line up a putt. The strike one, high and tight. Fastball, helmet flies off as Torque backs out of the way. Quick step back with the left foot, the turn the drive to home plate for Castillo. Fastball middle and Torque taps it foul. The sinker has pretty good movement. Some arm side run. 18, 19 inches, Dan, of arm side run is a lot.
Yeah, he does the run, and then he likes to throw that slider after pumping those fastballs in.
Torkelson swings, and it's a high fly ball to center field. Fairly deep, but Rodriguez will go back and make the catch. We talk about this being such a pitcher-friendly ballpark, and we saw some good examples of it last night. Mariners and their opponents, it's worth repeating, have averaged 2 runs a game less in their home ballpark than the Mariners and their opponents on the road. 8 runs a game on average here, 10 runs a game on average on the road. That's a big difference, and it's kind of the same every year. We saw it last night. Cole Key swings, pops it up, foul, and out of play. Several balls to the warning track, or several balls off the bat that looked like they were hit hard, and they were, and they just died at the end.
There were a few that gave us little heart
scary
palpitations, you know.
And so the dimensions, it's not, the dimensions are very fair. It's just a reminder how much weather, environmental conditions can matter. Cooler, dense air, the ball doesn't fly as far. And this ballpark had the second coolest average game time starting temperature. And then San Francisco was chillier. And that has to be a big part of the reason.
I would think that the air is just heavier. You know, it just feels that way, too, when you're walking around down on the field.
Keith waiting for a strike one. Up and away. Jeremy Rehak had to have the strap adjusted on his mask. Left side of the infield shifts to the right. Suarez basically where the hole would be between short and third. Crawford up the middle. The outfield stays straight up. The 1-1 swinging a high fly ball right center field. Playable for Robles. He'll come over, camp under it, make the catch. And now after Tigers made Luis Castillo work really hard the first 2 innings, he has started to get on a roll, much quicker at bats. Lots of 5 and 6, 7 pitch at bats first 2 innings, pitch count over 50. Now he's dispatching hitters on usually one of the first 3 pitches.
And that's why he's always just seems to be complete control, nice and relaxed, plays into the crowd.
Dingler takes fastball up and away, strike 1. Oh my goodness, that's a big miss for Jeremy Rehak. Pitch up and away. The strike 1. Swinging a fly ball to center field, right to Rodriguez. Barely has to move. Stops, makes the catch as he goes back 1 step. Dingler hit it hard on a line. 3 routine, though, fly balls. And a 1-2-3 4th inning for Castillo.
Let's see if you can figure out the following baseball slang term.
One of the bright young stars in the game. Rodriguez takes first pitch just a little bit high, ball one. Julio Rodriguez has just completed his 4th full year in the major leagues. He's still 24, swinging a foul back our way. 1 ball, 1 strike. Had a bit of a down year last year, and then some concerns when he got off to a really quiet start. His OPS was below 700 going into that series in Detroit, and then he hit a home run in each game in Detroit, the 1-1. Fastball up and in, has him leaning back out of the way, and that ignited a finish where his last 70 games he hit 300 with a home run every 12 at-bats. The 1-2, the 2-1, swinging a fly ball, right field, slicing down the line, long run for Kerry Carpenter. He will not get there, 1 hop into the seats, about 10 feet foul in the end. 2-2 on Julio Rodriguez. Signed a deal a few years ago that keeps him in Seattle through, I think it's like the year 2080, something like that. Literally, he could be a Mariner until the year 2039. That's identifying a future superstar and locking him up. And really, in the end, it's a good deal for both sides. Could be worth $350 million. Arguably just had his best year. The 2-2. Inside. 101 has him jackknifing out of the way.
Boy, I just love the way he's been doing that the entire game, coming inside to those right-handers and not missing over the plate. He's either right on that corner or busting them off that plate, making no mistakes.
3-2, the count on Rodriguez. Pitch count for Skubal was at 44 through 4. The 3-2, swinging a pop-up. On the right side of the infield, Torkelson waving his arms in front of Torres, who'll make the catch on the grass to the right of the mound. 44 pitches through 3. That's the first out here in the 4th inning. A 6-pitch battle. Let's pause right now for station identification on the Detroit Tigers Radio Network. Ball outside to Jorge Polanco. It's been good strike throwing for Tarik Skubal. 50 pitches, 35 strikes, but he has misfired a little bit more on the fastball than we're used to seeing. Changeup misses low. Polanco a little bit better from the right side. Big bounce back season in his age 32 season. After a really tough year last year, the 2-0, swinging a fly ball left field. This one's deep. This one's trouble. Green going back, looking up, and it's gone. A home run. Jorge Polanco got a slider and did not miss. 1-0 Seattle in the 4th.
Boy, Dan, I was going to say what a great job on Julio Rodriguez. He got a slider and got him to pop up instead of challenging with the fastball. Took a little bit something off of it there. Fell behind 2-0. Thought maybe that was going to be a good pitch, but maybe it sped his bat up.
Fastball up and away. Eugenio Suarez, who had 49 home runs this year at the plate. This place is alive. Fastball on the black. Away. Called strike 1. The 1-1. Changeup outside. 2-1. Outfield shifts to the right just a little bit on Suarez. Power was still there, but all the production dropped after the trade from Arizona. The 2-1 pitch, swing and a miss. Changeup for Tarik Skubal. StatCast kind of ranks pitches or judges pitches. Fangraphs does this as well by run value to try to tell you how good a pitch is. The 2-2. Fastball. Got him. 98 away. Again on the black. For for a called third. And by the StatCast system and Fangraphs, Tarek Skubal's changeup was the best pitch in baseball this year. As expressed in run value, at bats it ended on the changeup. A plus 25 run value. The pitch was 25 runs to the positive side. That's how valuable it was. Better than any other pitch. Think of a Paul Skeens fastball, a Chris Sale's slider. Those are the next best pitches, but Tarek Skubal's changeup number one.
Yeah, that and just the sheer whiff rate.
1-0, swing and a miss. Josh Naylor at the plate. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Boy, he just does not look comfortable off of Tarek Skubal. You know, and some of those at-bats, and why would you left on left like that?
1 for 9 in his career against Skubal coming in. Grounded out first time up. Swing and a soft tap foul. 98 down.
Just not the same kind of free, big swinging that he did last night when you saw the right-handers. Big swings. These are much more just subdued, trying to just make contact, put it in play.
Naylor asked for time, stepped out. Now Skubal's ready. Drops a hand, swings the leg. The 1-2, swing and a miss. Sweeping slider away at 93. Wipes out Josh Naylor. 2 more strikeouts for Skubal. He's got 6, but Jorge Polanco's first home run of the postseason gives the Mariners the lead. We head to the 5th inning. This is where we were yesterday. 1-0 Seattle after 4 on the Detroit Tigers Radio Network. Hi, Tigers fans. It's Guy's going to give you 6 innings most times out. Allow 3 runs or fewer most of the time. Had a little rough patch in August into September. Finished strong and another good year for Seattle. Line drive to left field, hit too hard. Rosarena 3 steps to his left, makes the catch. Zach McKinstry, good swing, lines out to left field. 1 up, 1 down, 5th inning. Lots of pressure because 3 walks, first 7 batters. 9 in a row retired by Luis Castillo.
Well, you're right. That was a good swing by Zach McKinstry, too, just trying to ambush him and just hit it right at him and just had that slice right back to Arozarena.
Javi Baez takes first pitch fastball off the plate and in. Little tapper just to the right of home plate. First time up, Raleigh threw him out at first and advanced the base runners to second and third. Swings and misses at a fastball down. That's been his most hittable pitch for right-handers. They've hit 290 against the sinker, no power. The 1-1, the swing and a miss. Ooh. Slider and late breaking, big swing and miss. Baez falls across home plate and falls behind 1-2.
Yeah, he can make it break short or he can make it a big sweeper just by changing the speeds. And that one was the shorter one and perfectly located down and away.
The windup in the 1-2. Off the plate away. Sweeper missed by a foot. Crowd groans.
That's the pitch that he normally swings at, though. That's the one that he's really been laying off.
2-2. Low and away. Trying to get him to chase. And again, you're right. That's a pitch that he actually would have chased last year.
The previous one, yep. The 1-2, because it was just off that outside part of the plate.
Castillo never walks righties. He'll likely induce a swing. 3-2. Walked him. How about that? Javi Baez works Castillo for a walk.
But how about him laying off that pitch, too?
Yeah.
I mean, I know he was trying to get the swing back with that fastball on the outside part of the plate. Looked like it was just off, but Javi, thinking it was going to be another slider, let it go and gets that walk. And Javi is just right in one of these moods where it wouldn't surprise me if he runs in some form here.
Parker Meadows takes a pitch down and in, struck out swinging on a fastball. The runners at second and third. Biggest scoring opportunity of the day in the second. Remember, Cole Keith took off in that inning after walking. It was ball 4, so he ended up sliding into second on ball 4. Parker Meadows takes change up low and away. 2-0 on Meadows. 4 walks. Tigers still looking for their first hit of the day. Again, a pitcher you can run on. Castillo allowed 13 steals, 5 caught stealing in his 32 starts. 2-0. Fastball at the knees, called strike. Pretty accurate, consistent strike zone, I think, for Jeremy Rehak.
It has. Javi not taking too big of a lead.
No, he's not. Pitcher knows how to get the ground ball with men on base. Tough guy to double up standing at home plate. The 2-1, swinging a ground ball up the middle. And backhanded by Polanco to second for 1, but Crawford drew that at first, not nearly in time. Meadows easily beats the throw. That was a fine play by Polanco, ranging far to his right, backhanding it and getting it to Crawford for the out on Baez.
Boy, that was another one, Dan, I thought was up the middle off the bat. And Polanco with that really good range to his right got up there with the underhand flip over to J.P. Crawford. But, man, there's a couple of them that he's made. One on Carp and then another one right there.
See if Parker Meadows edges off and takes off. David Torres swings and misses. David Torres is not. It's like he's not seeing this fastball, but he's not. The upshoot is getting to him.
Yeah, just uncomfortable looking swings.
He is not able to get to the Castillo fastball at the belt. The strike 1, up and away. Parker looked like he was going to take off, stopped. Wally quickly up, ready to fire down to first behind him, but did not. Crawford straight up at short. Suarez deep and pretty close to the line at third with Polanco up the middle. Rodriguez in center field shades to right center. Right fielder Robles in just a little bit and toward the line with the righty at the plate. Torres asks and gets time, steps out. Digs in, taps home plate. The windmills the bat around once, twice. Upright, open stance, cocks the bat tight over the right shoulder. Meadows takes off, swinging a foul out of play. Fastball away, pitcher's pitch on a 1-1. Meadows would have stolen second base.
Yeah, he would have.
Crowd on their feet. The 1-2, swinging another foul out of play. This A little deeper down the first base line, well back. Carpenter waiting on deck. Tigers looking for their first hit of the day. 4 base runners, all on walks. This begins the 3rd trip through the lineup for Luis Castillo. He's about the same each trip through. Meadows goes, ground ball and a base hit into right field. Just avoids Parker Meadows. He'll scoot over to 3rd. Gleyber Torres, good piece of hitting. Sees the open hole on the right side, hits a ground ball sharply into right field. Meadows easily makes it to 3rd. And Dan Wilson with Carpenter coming up.
Got that same situation that had last night. Yep, and he's not gonna let it get to him tonight.
The decision point.
Take a hack at guessing which baseball player or manager sent the following.
I really don't know.
Close. He was terrific.
Yeah, he threw in last night's game, threw 13 pitches, an inning and a third with a couple of strikeouts. You go after Carpenter with the 4-seam, the sinker, and the slider. Pretty much the 4-seam and slider.
First pitch, swinging a broken bat. Line drive into the seats down the right field line. Tiger coaches do such a great job. Spire comes in. Carpenter during the break talking with Michael Padar and staff what to expect. They just give them a very good idea of what they're going to face, what are the pitches they're most likely going to face, what's your approach in this at-bat.
And what are you going to see first pitch?
That's right.
That's why I think he was just jumping all over that because it was inside. But Luis Castillo gives up 1 hit. The Tigers made him work through all those pitches. 1 hit he gives up, and he finds himself out of the game.
2 types of fastballs and a slider. Lefties hit just 180, no power against this lefty. The strike 1. 96 at the knees. Gets a called strike, 0-2. Fans on their feet, waving the teal towels. First and third, 2 outs. Tigers down 1-0. The 0-2, way up and away. Big miss brings Cal Raleigh up out of his crouch.
But Parker Meadows getting a really nice secondary lead with Suarez way off of him at third base. there's anything in the dirt that should bound away.
Time called late by Kerry Carpenter. Just had a lot of good at-bats. Kind of a lot of singles, and then he drew a lot of walks, all leading to the big at-bat yesterday. He's feeling good at the plate right now. Can he come up with a big hit against the lefty? The 1-2, swing and a miss. 96 middle gets him. Tigers get their first hit of the night. Strand runners at the corners. We go to the bottom of the fifth inning, game 2 of the division series, 1-0 Seattle. This is the home of Detroit Tigers baseball, presented by Meyer. Mitch Garver at the plate. Backup catcher. Swings and hits a pop-up into shallow right field. Coming in, Carpenter slides, and he makes the catch. Man, he got there at the very end and slid. Just got the glove underneath the pop-up to take a bloop hit away from Garver. Looked like it was going to drop.
It sure did. Right off the bat, I was thinking, oh, no. I said, Parker's not going to be able to get to it. And out of nowhere, here comes Carey at full speed, sliding like he's going into second base and puts that glove right underneath the baseball before it hits the ground.
No runs, 1 hit for the Tigers, 1 run, 2 hits for the Mariners. Tigers pinch in at the corners. Fastball strike up and in on Victor Robles. Guarding against the bunt. Torkelson is onto the grass off the line at first. McKinstry is stepped in front of third base right up to the edge of the cutout. The strike one. Up and in. Boy, he's dramatic, isn't he? And that's about 6 inches off the plate and in. He kind of dives into the plate and he's jumping back like he's about to get drilled.
Yeah, that's where Tarek has lived against these right-handers, too, all night long.
The 1-1. Shattered bat. Pop-up softly into left center. Meadows coming on, and he'll cut in between Baez and Green to make the catch. Shattered bat. I love how Tarek, the look on Tarek's face after Robles does the kind of the dramatic jumping out of the way. It's just like, really, dude?
Right.
And then he goes, what does he do? Right back in there and shatters the bat.
I mean, that's just, like, okay, you're going to play that? I'll play right into your emotions.
Fastball 97, outer third, strike one. Strikeout update brought to you every game by Carbless, the official ready-to-drink canned cocktail of the Detroit Tigers. Tarek has 6 strikeouts in this game. Castillo finished with 3. The strike one. Ground ball softly to second base. Torres will backhand. Tried to flip it with his glove. It went over the head of Spencer Torkelson. And Crawford is safe at first, and now 5 for 7 in his career. Kind of surprised. Glaber, I guess he felt like that was it. I mean, it was so softly hit. I guess he felt like that was his only
just
chance.
perfectly placed bunt.
I mean, that was a power bunt. How would you describe that? I mean, it was a bunt that went all the way out to second base. Kind of a half cut almost.
He wanted to get it by Tarek. That's what he wanted to do. That was the exact result. But yeah, didn't know if he could get to it and underhand it barehanded, but it was a do or die.
Four-seam fastball 97 for a called strike. That was quite a bunt. I have not seen a bunt like that. A little half-cut bunt. 1-1, the count on the Rosarena. The 1-1 pitch, swinging a shot foul past the Tigers dugout, third base side. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1-0 Seattle. We're in the bottom of the 5th inning, game 2 of the division series. Outfield shifts to the right just slightly. Rosarena finished the year with 27 home runs, 31 steals. Waiting on a 1-2, on the way. Change up. Tarek pounds the glove as he misses big, low, and away. Today's game brought to you in part by Corwell Health, reminding you together we can overcome any obstacle, fight any battle. Skubal sets the 2-2. Swing and a miss. Got him with a changeup. Ever reliable changeup wipes out a Rosarena 7th strikeout, ends the 5th inning. 6 have been on swinging third.
Let's see if you can figure out the following baseball slang term. Today.
against Spire. First pitch to the lefty, Riley Green. Slider for strike one. Riley with a fly ball to left, fly ball to center, both routine.
I kept waiting for one of those sliders to carry Carpenter.
Yeah.
Never appeared. It just nothing but those really good 96-mile-an-hour fastballs.
The strike one, swing and a miss. Fastball in. Suarez was even the base at third. Now he'll back up. J.P. Crawford up the middle. Left fielder Rosarena shades toward the line a little bit. Right fielder Robles shades toward the right center field gap, straight up in center for Rodriguez. The 0-2. Sweeping breaking ball away. Check scores from the 1-800-CALL-SAM Studios scoreboard. Just one other game today. So it has to be so weird for the National League. Quadruple header yesterday, and then the National League, after playing game one, takes the day off today. The 1-2. Swing and a foul off of Cal Raleigh. Still 1-2 on Riley Green. So they'll play tomorrow, have another off day for travel, play 2 games, and then, if need be, another off day. 3 off days in a 5-game series.
Yeah, how about you get all that excitement to play a game, and all of a sudden, boom, you shut you down again.
Spire from the stretch, first base side, the 1-2, swing and a miss. Got him with a fastball. 2 batters, 2 strikeouts for Spire, both lefties. Jahmai Jones. Looks like he will pinch hit for Cole Keith. I think that's him standing on the steps next to Michael Bedard. No, Wenzel Perez.
Wow.
Torkelson at the plate. First pitch. Fastball 95 away. Walks righties at a higher clip than lefties, but again shuts them down. A little bit of extra base power when they do make contact. Got a little bit of extra base power standing at home plate. 31 home runs this year. The 1-0. Ground ball foul down the third baseline. On the scoreboard today, how about Toronto, what they've done to the Yankees? 10 runs and a 10-1 win yesterday. 13 runs today against 2 pitchers. Max Fried gave up 7. Will Warren gave up 6. 13-7 win over New York. The 1-1, swinging a foul out of play. You think Yankee fans are in a bit of an uproar?
You know, you got Max Fried, 19-game winner, and he goes out and gets, knocked around like that. Boy, you're going to come home down 0-2. He's right.
Toronto 10-5 against the Yankees this year. The 1-2, swinging a foul back our way. We're perched above home plate, just to the first base side of this beautiful ballpark. And on the other side, the kid, the first-round pick last year, Trey Yasevich, making just his 4th major league start. Went 5 1/3, and he struck out 11 in that game. No runs, no hits. The 1-2. Ground ball softly to short. Crawford will charge, field a knee-high bounce, plant, and throw. Ooh, big stretch for Naylor. Looked like he locked himself into position early, and then he had to reach way to his right. Torque grounds out. He's 0 for 3 today. Everybody's 0 for something except for Gleyber Torres. The only hit of the day is single to right field last inning. Put runners at the corners. Pitching coach Pete Woodworth heading out to the mound. Talk about how to pitch to Wenzel Perez, batting from the right side against this lefty. Slow walk out to the mound. Nobody throwing in the Seattle bullpen. Wenzel Perez pinch hitting for Cole Keith. Keith finished the day with a walk. Fly ball to right field. Quick conversation is over. Gabe Spire's 2.60 ERA after last year, an ERA near 6. He ended up getting sent to the minor leagues, just 24 innings with the Mariners, bounced back. And it was a legit 2.60 ERA, just 43 hits in 62 innings. Walk rate at 1.5. Strike rate at 12 per 9. First pitch to Wenzel Perez. Fastball, middle, strike 1. Thinking one swing of the bat, righties hit 2 home runs. 7 doubles against this lefty. The strike 1. Fastball away. Crowd groans. 2 full balls with away. Like to get some traffic on the base passes. This is a lefty you can run on. Spire sets, holds the glove above the belt, the 1-1. Swinging a pop-up. Playable by first base. Naylor, Polanco. Polanco will call him off onto the outfield grass, make the catch. Last second adjustment to his right. Perez pops out. And the Mariners.
Let's see if you can figure out the following baseball slang term. Today's phrase is oppo top.
Torres up the middle at second base. Torque is off the line at first. Blanco switch hitter batting from the stronger right side. Change up in the dirt on the 1-2. 2 balls and 2 strikes. 3-2 Tigers win in 11 yesterday. 1-0 Mariners lead in the 6th inning today. 2-2. Change up and lays off. That's a good take by Jorge Polanco. That pitch right there gets a lot of swinging miss.
Yeah, knew he was going to double up with that after just missing with the previous one. I don't know how Jorge Polanco held up.
Now the 3-2, swinging a fly ball, left field, deep trouble. Gone. Sinker. Jorge Polanco has hit his 2nd home run of the night off Derek Skubal. 2-0 Seattle in the 6th.
Boy, you're wondering why they slotted him right up there in that number 4 position. Came in with 6 for 15 with a home run off of Derek Skubal, and it's paid off.
99-mile-an-hour fastball. Swing and a miss. Stunning. Swinging a foul straight back there. Eugenio Suarez trying to make it back-to-back. Absolutely stunning. Swing and a miss, and Suarez strikes out on a 99-mile-an-hour fastball. 9th strikeout ends the 6th inning. Jorge Polanco, 2nd home run of the game. Derek Skubal gave up as many as 2 home runs in a game just 5 times this year. Never twice to the same hitter. We head to the 7th inning.
Take a hack at guessing which baseball player or manager.
Dylan Dingler first to face him. Fastball, terrific movement in strike one. Barry's righties, they hit 160 with no power in their 157 at-bats. Lefties 220 with a little bit of power. A few more walks. Backup slider gets a called strike. No balls and 2 strikes. Two nothing Seattle in the 7th. A 0-2 soft ground ball wide at first. Naylor will field, flip it to Pizzardo, easily ahead of Dingler. The putout goes 3-1. 1 up, 1 down, 7th inning, 2-0 Seattle. Tigers had 2 base runners on with 1 out in the 2nd inning. Baez grounded out to put runners at 2nd and 3rd. Meadows struck out. Baez walked in the 5th inning, was forced at 2nd base. With 2 outs, Gleyber Torres singled to put runners at the corners. That's when Spire came in, struck out Carpenter, and the Tigers really, those are the only 2 threats of the night. First pitch strike to Zach McKinstry. Zardo, right-hander, works way over 3rd base side of the rubber, the strike one. Way inside, down and in. McKinstry with a walk. Good swing last time up, lined out to Rosarena in left field. The Rosarena's in just a little bit and toward the line. Outfield plays him pretty shallow. Suarez is in tight at 3rd, rest of the infield back. The 1-1, swing and a miss. Sharp slider, sweeps down and in, 1-2.
Well, you can see why he's so tough with that good running fastball to the arm side and that big sweeping slider that goes the other direction, glove side.
1-2. Fastball in the dirt. 2 balls and 2 strikes. 1 hit for the Tigers tonight. Gleyber Torres with the single. Luis Castillo's day ended at that point after 4 2/3. 2-2. Ground ball on a high chop foul down the first base line. Fielded by Naylor in foul territory. Go ahead single yesterday. Soft ground ball in the right spot. Got into center field. Just trying to start something with 1 out in the 7th inning, down 2. The pitch, swing and a miss. Pitch gets away from Rowley. McKinstry will head back to the Tigers dugout. No tag applied. 2 outs in the 7th inning.
Yeah, Cal Raleigh held that baseball just until Zach McKinstry made that determination going back and saw Jeremy Rehak just give the, yep, he's out before he threw the ball around the infield.
5 base runners for the Tigers, 4 walks and a single. First pitch slider, big swing and miss by Javi Baez, who drew one of those walks. Two solo home runs from Jorge Polanco. The strike 1, low and away. And a very good start for Tarek Skubal. Just stunning to see him give up 2 home runs to the same player. 1 off a slider, 1 off a 99-mile-an-hour fastball. Zardo from the stretch at all times. 1-1. Yanks a fastball low and away. 2 base runners on in the 2nd, 2 base runners on in the 5th inning, but not much pressure applied since the 2nd. The 2-1, swinging a little broken bat, pop up, and that will drop in front of Julio Rodriguez, who just came in, kind of blocked it toward the infield. Broken bat bloop, means a potential tying run, steps to the plate.
Lucky that he blocked that from getting by him too. Wanted to be a little bit more sure-handed than letting that ball get behind you and then Javi Baez end up in scoring position.
5 home runs for lefties against Pizzardo this year. First pitch to Parker Meadows. Sweeper down and in. Good take, ball 1. Meadows has struck out, bounced into a force last time up. Second hit of the day for the Tigers, both singles. Ground ball single, now the broken bat bloop. The 1-0. Slider at the knees for a called strike. Suarez in tight at third, right up to the edge of the cutout. J.P. Crawford at short up the middle, and the outfield straight up. Second baseman Polanco shades toward the hole. The 1-1. Strike two. Check swing, a little indecisive on a 96-mile-an-hour fastball middle. $47,000 get on their feet here in Seattle. Zardo sets the 1-2. Swing and a soft tap foul. Hang one of those curveballs. Hang one of those sliders, I mean. The 1-2. Off the plate. In. Fifth pitch of the at-bat. Ball two.
Boy, and that's a tough one to call it a ball, too. Crowd's behind it. You know, it's easy for the umpire to ring them up, but that was clearly just off the plate inside.
The 2-2. Swinging a high pop-up. Softly to shortstop. Crawford one step onto the outfield grass, makes the catch. Single and no more for the Tigers. Seventh inning stretch time in Seattle. 2-0 Mariners, seventh inning stretch brought to you by DTE. Manager energy use and...
Great moments in baseball have been broadcast on the radio since 1921.
Smith.
That's all you can do. The pitch count is just at a good spot right here. He's done everything that you would expect. It's just the Tigers, just with the two hits, just haven't been able to get anything going, really.
Off day tomorrow. Mariners actually flying after the game tonight, which seems a little odd because they'll get in about 5 in the morning. Tigers will fly tomorrow, late afternoon arrival, Game 3 at Comerica Park on Tuesday afternoon. A.J. Hinch announcing today that Jack Flaherty is going to kind of flip-flop with Casey Mize and get the start in Game 3, an extra day of rest for Casey. And he would be on track to certainly start a Game 4.
Yeah, you know that Jack Flaherty lives for that energy. You know, he talks about how it really gets him going, you know, where he said, oh, I got to slow the game down a little bit. No, that doesn't work for him, so he's going to feed off that energy because Comerica Park's going to be rocking on Tuesday.
Josh Naylor will lead off for the Mariners. 6, 7, 8 hitters combined 0 for 5 with a walk in this game. Everybody's 0 for something except Polanco and Arozarena. 2 runs on 4 hits for the Mariners. No runs on 2 hits for the Tigers. A fairly typical game here in Seattle. Tight, low-scoring, pitching dominating. Ground ball to first, big backhanded hop for Torkelson. He leads Struble to the bag. 1 pitch, 1 out, 7th inning, 2-0. Seattle on top. Check scores. There's only one other one from the 1-800-CALL-SAM studio scoreboard. Toronto 13-7 over the Yankees. Vlad Guerrero Jr. hit a home run yesterday, hit a grand slam today. Dalton Varsho was 4 for 5 with 4 RBIs as well. Toronto has scored 23 runs. The first 2 games against the Yankees. Mitch Garver, first pitch, change up low, ball 1. Dodgers beat Philadelphia in Game 1 in Philadelphia yesterday, and Milwaukee bombed the Cubs 9-3. Change up strike on the black, away. 1-1 on Mitch Garver. This guy's always been a threat, always a tough out, and he just had a rough year at the plate for the Mariners. I mean, just 200, ground ball base hit into center with little power. Last 2 years have been a struggle for Mitch Garver. Singles with 1 out here in the 7th. Sharp ground ball single for Garver.
Yeah, just laid off that changeup, got the fastball, just went right with it, stayed down with it, shot it right back up the middle.
Robles has walked and popped out. Pinch runner at first. Luke Raley's got some speed. A pinch run for Mitch Garver. In at the corners, middle of the infield, double play depth. First pitch, a bunt to first base, and that will go foul. Strike 1 on Victor Robles. We saw a Crawford bunt from the left side. It really not it. What's the next category after push bunt? Half swinging bunt?
Like when you take it with you. It's always what I've heard.
Like a half
called, you know. You just take it with you. But, you know, that's a second one. And again, you know, we saw Cleveland do that to Tarek Skubal.
Yep.
So you just wonder if they're taking a little page out of the Guardians playbook.
The strike 1. Fastball in.
Just bunt that.
Robles has had some of the most dramatic takes today. That was way inside. I'll give him that.
I just like it. Just Tarek just saying, yeah, bunt that one.
Skubal works third base side. The 1-1. Swing and a miss. And then, after busting him in, he goes soft away. 1-2 on Victor Robles. 2-0 Seattle. We're in the bottom of the 7th inning. Torres shades up the middle. Baez. Double play depth. The 1-2 is swinging a little baby pop up to first base. Torkelson a few steps to his right makes the catch. Barely even qualifies as a pop-up. Went about 20 feet into the air. Robles pops out. 2 outs, a man on first. J.P. Crawford, who had that swinging bunt.
How about that at bat, though? Just bust him inside, change up away, and then right back in on his hands for that weak little pop-up. What a sequence.
Crawford 5 for 7 in his career against Tarek Skubal. Fastball, strike one. Squared to bunt, and then he just took like a half cut after he squared to bunt. Got it to Torres. And Torres tried to flip it with his glove. He had no chance. Crawford waiting on the strike one. On the way, swinging a ground ball up the middle. Baez sliding stop to the right of second. Gets up, throws. Fine play. Gets Crawford by a full step at first base. Nice range, good play on the sliding stop. That ends the seventh inning.
Great moments in baseball have been broadcast on the radio since 19...
A really good sinker that we saw yesterday touches 97, 98 miles an hour.
6 out of every 10 pitches, the slider. First pitch, a slider to Gleyber Torres, ball one, top of the order. Now is the time. Torres, Carpenter, Green. Tough on righties, tougher on lefties. Slider strike at the belt. 1 ball, 1 strike. Torres has one of the 2 Tiger hits tonight. A ground ball single was the first hit of the night in the 5th inning. Carpenter 0 for 2 waiting on deck. Also has drawn a walk. Torres swings, fouls it out of play. Another slider. 1-2. Righties have hit 230. A little bit of power. Lefties 240. No power. Up and away with the slider. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Actually walks righties at a higher rate than lefties. The 2-2 swing and another foul out of play. 96 in after seeing 4 straight sliders.
Boy, you just love to see Gleyber get on there with Carey on deck, Riley lurking in the hole.
Time called at home plate. Gleyber steps out, adjusts the batting gloves, digs back in. Polanco at second, shades up the middle. Outfield plays Gleyber to go the opposite way, just slightly. From the stretch, the 2-2. Away. Raleigh held it for an extra beat or two, but it was 2 balls with. Off the plate away. Brass works middle of the rubber. Sets, holds the glove above the belt. The 3-2. Swing and a high, slicing foul. And safely into the seats. Robles came over, just got a better look at where it landed. Tigers have had as many as 2 base runners on twice in this game. In the second, stranded runners at second and third. In the fifth, stranded runners at the corners. Torres trying to start something in the 8th inning. Mariners on top 2-0. 3-2, high and tight. He walked him. 5th walk of the night issued by Mariners pitchers. That quieted this ballpark in a hurry.
And for good reason, with Carey stepping in the box here, and heard the boos when he was hitting in the first.
Kind of half-hearted boos now.
There they are again.
There we go. Go ahead, boo him a little louder. First pitch, slider starts off the plate, ends up in the middle of the plate, strike one. Lefties against this righty have hit 240, but again 240 with no power, just 1 home run in their 87 at-bats. Strike one, in the dirt, down and in. Man, you throw this many sliders, you gotta hang one once in a while.
Well, Carey gets underneath it, or you try to go to that high fastball, but like Carey was telling us, he's just concerned with staying on that fastball and adjust to that slider when it pops out of his hand.
Swing and a miss, slider up, kind of acts like a cutter.
Boy, but that was that one. You're hoping that it would be up a little bit, or he could tomahawk it like he did that fastball last night.
Trask gets a lot of ground balls. He's a ground ball guy. Knows how to get the ground ball with a man on to get the double play turned behind him. Carpenter wetting the 1-2. Way away. Where changeup fades off the plate. Suarez, the third baseman, is basically playing shortstop right now with Crawford right up the middle. Was raining left a little bit in and toward the line. 2-2, swing and a foul. Ooh, he had a rip and a slider. We know he can do damage on that one right there. Wiley Green waiting on deck. Torres on with a leadoff walk in the 8th inning. Carpenter standing at home plate as a potential tying run. 2-2, swing and a slicing drive, foul. I like it though.
Not too much that is fooling Carey Carpenter right now.
That's a good swing.
Yeah, that fastball was going down and away from him, and he stayed behind it and just poked it foul. He's on the slider and on the fastball.
2-2, up and away. 7th pitch of the at-bat is ball 3. Again, Brash doesn't walk lefties nearly at the same rate as righties. It's double the walk rate for right-handed batters. Chances are he's going to be in the strike zone against Carpenter and at least induce a swing. 3-2, got him. Backdoor slider. Carey couldn't pull the trigger. 1 out of the 8th.
Yeah, Carey didn't like it. I don't blame him for not pulling the trigger. That just was wicked. That started off about 6 inches off the plate and broke so late and just caught the barely outside corner. I mean, what a pitch. 3-2 from Matt Brash.
Yeah, it was properly called a strike.
Yes.
Green swings and taps the slider foul down the first base line.
It just, I mean, to Carey, I'm sure he saw that just being well off the plate and couldn't believe that it could break that sharply, that quickly to catch the corner.
The strike one. Green takes. Oh, boy. Changeup that never sniffed on plate for a strike. Ended up 2 balls with off the plate away. Crowd rises as one here in Seattle. The 0-2. Emergency hack. Foul on a slider away. Riley Green just got a piece of it. 0 for 3 today. Couple of hits in the game yesterday. 4 for 11. 2 doubles, 2 singles in the series against Cleveland. Short, cautious lead for Torres at first. The 0-2, swinging the ground ball to first base. Off the glove of Naylor, and Riley Green will be safe. Josh Naylor absolutely boxed a routine ground ball. He was thinking 2, and he didn't get 1. It trickled away, and Polanco had no chance to get Riley Green. An error has opened the door for the Tigers here in the 8th inning. He even went down to Anita Fielding.
He did. I don't know if he was worried about the lip, but it just looked like, he just completely missed it. I don't think that lip was involved there at all.
It is rare to see a fielder go down to a knee to field the ball and still box it.
Yeah, that's just one of those ones where, you got to get one. And then big error. Torch had a couple of good swings tonight, too. Just got underneath a couple of them. See if he can't just square one up right here. Make that error hurt.
Two on for the 3rd time tonight. That could have easily been an inning-ending double play. First pitch to Torch, swing and a miss. Foul tipped it to the glove of the catcher, Cal Raleigh. Fly ball to left, fly ball to center, both routine for Torque, and then he grounded out his last time up. Again, a pitcher who knows how to get ground balls with men on base. Double play depth for Crawford and Polanco. To strike 1. Good take. He was leaning, and the slider was off the plate away. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Go ahead, take a gapper, too, right here.
Outfield plays him straight up. The 1-1. Swing and a miss. Torque has definitely struggled, even though he was the best Tigers hitter against right-handed pitching through the month of September when others were struggling. Sliders have really been giving him some trouble lately.
I was going to say, and he just looks like he's feeling the moment here and expanding the strike zone, trying to come up with the big hit.
The 1-2 away. That's a good take. Torque asks and gets time, steps out, digs back in, taps the outside part of home plate, the inside part of home plate. Windmills the bat around, cocks the bat tight over the right shoulder. 2-2. Ground ball. Base hit down the right field line. Rounding third, Torres. Torres waving Riley Green around third. He's coming home. The throw from Robles will be cut off. The Tigers have tied it. Spencer Torkelson with a shot down the first base line. 2-2 tie in the 8th. How about it?
Boy, it wasn't the gapper that I wanted, but it was just as good with that line shot right down the line on a sinker. Torque stays behind it and inside outs it, and there's nobody there as Josh Naylor's way off the bag towards second base. And now Spencer Torkelson in scoring position with just the 1 out.
Wow. Renzo Perez swings and misses at a slider down and in. When was the last time you can remember that Spencer Torkelson hit a ball like that?
Not
inside out down the right field line?
Nope.
Ground ball down the first base line. Foul off the bat of Renzo Perez, who came in for Colt Keith. Pinch hitting for Colt Keith in the 6th inning. This is the number 5 spot in the lineup.
Boy, but Gleyber Torres getting it started with a walk to lead this thing off, and how big is the error now?
Wow. The 0-2 got him. Changeup absolutely froze Renzo Perez. Wow. 2 outs. That brings up Dylan Dingler.
All right, Dylan, get one of those sliders out over the plate and shoot it into right field.
First pitch. Up and in. Slider backs up and then gets the called strike. Starts off the plate into the righty. Walk, error, double. 2-2 tie in the 8th. Strike one. Swing and a miss. That slider is just wicked. I mean, it sometimes starts off the plate, but that strike to ball is really impressive. Looks like it's going to be in the strike zone and then just keeps sweeping away. The 0-2. Check swing. Did he go? Oh! On the appeal to first, John Payne rings up Dylan Dingler. Spencer Torkelson, line drive double down the right field line. Ties the game. Big error by Josh Naylor. Bottom of the 8th coming up in Seattle in a 2-2 game. This is the home of Detroit Tigers baseball. They do is win 7 innings, 2 runs on 5 hits, 1 walk, and 9 strikeouts. Polanco's been good from both sides. Again, just better from the right side the last 2 years. Baez keeping an eye on Rodriguez. The 2-0. Check swing. Went too far. Peeled to third. Alan Porter goes up with the right hand. Took a huge cut. Crowd very disappointed that Alan Porter said he went. Two runs, 3 hits for the Tigers. 3 runs, 7 hits for the Mariners. Polanco taps home plate. Points the bat out. Now cocks it over the left shoulder. Time called. Pitch clock violation. Jeremy Rehak. Not a violation. I think he was just saying that Finnegan didn't wait until Polanco was engaged and looking at him. Finnegan working over on the third base side. Counter still 2-1. He sets the 2-1. Swinging a shattered back ground ball left side. That's trouble. Picked by McKinstry. He's got no play. Shattered bat and just in the right spot for Polanco. The wrong spot for the Tigers. Runners at the corners and still only 1 out.
Boy, that bat head ended up going into the stands somehow. Missed the netting completely and got halfway up into the stands.
Chris Fetter, slow walk to the mound. Eugenio Suarez, certainly a strikeout candidate at the plate. Kyle Finnegan could use big swing and miss right here. Mariners have taken the lead. Back-to-back doubles by Cal Raleigh and Julio Rodriguez. The key bats in the heart of this lineup. Polanco adds the infield shattered bat single. Kyle Finnegan gets a lot of ground ball outs. Certainly a double play candidate if you can get Suarez to hit it on the ground. But he's looking to lift the ball at all times. First pitch, fastball. Off the plate away, ball 1. Torkelson holding with Polanco at first. 6 steals in 9 attempts. Finnegan does a good job stopping the running game. The 1-0. Splitter down. 2-0 on Eugenio Suarez. 3 in a row have reached here in the 8th inning. Back-to-back doubles. Now the infield single. Finnegan sets 2-0. Another splitter down. 3-0 on Suarez.
And you have to be careful here because you know that he'll be swinging the bat if he likes this pitch.
.30 swing and a miss. Ooh, turned him loose. 3-0. 96 by him. Up. Torres at second base, shades up the middle. Baez straight up at short. McKinstry deep, about 2 steps off the line at third. Finnegan ready. Polanco goes, swinging a foul straight back. 96 in. Polanco looked like he had a decent jump. 3-2 on Eugenio Suarez. Plenty of swing and miss in this bat. 196 strikeouts this year for Suarez to go with his 49 home runs. Finnegan ready. Polanco goes 3-2, ground ball to third base. McKinstry will throw home, and they will easily get Rodriguez. Nice job by Zach McKinstry. He was deep. Rodriguez took off. He knew he couldn't get 2. because Polanco was off for the pitch. Strong, accurate throw cuts down the lead runner, first and second, 2 outs. Josh Naylor at the plate. A.J. Hinch is going to go to his bullpen.
Take a hack at guessing which baseball player or manager said the following.
Went 1 inning just on 7 pitches, whole bunch of zeros. And that's exactly it, Dan. He's turned into that weapon that we all knew he was. Got that control back. Both the left-handers and right-handers coming in to face Josh Naylor with that big sinker on the inside part and sweeping away.
No walk, 6 strikeouts in 4 1/3 since his return from Toledo. Remember, most of the struggles were against lefties, high arm side misses, missing with a sweeper. He's hit 8 left-handed batters this year. Lefties, though, have only hit 200 with little power. Naylor can hit a lefty or a righty. First pitch, check swing. Did he go? Field to third. Alan Porter, the crew chief, goes up with the right hand. Naylor just has more power against righties. He hit 287 against lefties, just more aggressive against lefties, draws few walks. The strike one, swing and a pop foul out of play. 91 middle, 91-92 really does play up, doesn't it, Dan?
Yeah, I just like the way he busts that sinker in on the lefties, which opens up that outside corner on the sweeper. And just watching Brand Herter a little bit, looks like he shortened his stride towards home plate just a little bit. Instead of getting way down, crossfiring and losing control a little bit, looks like his body is a little bit more under control with that shorter stride, and his arm is able to catch up and throwing more pinpoint strikes.
3-2 Mariners, bottom of the 8th inning. 2 on, 2 outs. The 0-2. Sweeper low and away. Naylor takes 1 and 2. Great bat to ball skills. Doesn't chase a whole lot. Really low strikeout rate. Baez up the middle at shortstop. McKinstry is deep and off the line at third. The 1-2. Ground ball softly foul down the first baseline. Torkel fielded in foul territory. Looking ahead now to the 9th inning. Munoz worked 2 innings last night, but he's ready in that Seattle bullpen. McKinstry, Baez, Meadows. the scheduled hitters for the Tigers. Naylor digs back in, waiting on a 1-2. On the way, swing and a pop-up. Softly into shallow right. Roberto is about 10 feet down the outfield grass, makes the catch. Back-to-back doubles from Raleigh and Rodriguez. We head to the ninth inning. Mariners now on top 3-2 after 8 on the Detroit Tigers Radio Network.
It's great moments in baseball.
Damaged, all about getting somebody on in front of them.
McKinstry, Baez, Meadows. First 3 batters he faced last night. Fastball strike to Zach McKinstry at 96. Again, 50% sliders for Andres Munoz. Shuts down righties, shuts down lefties. Swing and a miss. After the fastball, the slider down and in.
Well, you get a lot of sliders from this Mariner bullpen, and Pizarro, Brash, and Munoz. All of them have very similar shapes to them.
Munoz, big righty. Leans in, gets a sign set, CO2, swing and a miss. Got him down and in. 50% whiff rate on the slider. What does that mean? When opposing batters swing at his slider, they swing and miss half the time. Tigers needing it. Try to put a little pressure on Munoz, but really he just doesn't give up hits. Given up 2 home runs all year, 36 hits. Swing and a miss, first pitch slider. 36 hits in 62 innings. Munoz has been the closer for the last 3 years running. He's still just 26 years old, this native of Mexico. 6'2", 220-pound righty delivers, swing and a pop-up. Naylor will be called off by Polanco. Makes the catch. 2 outs in the ninth. First pitch to Meadows. Slider tried to reach the back door, didn't get there. Rivas now in at second base for Seattle. As far as the third is in tight. Crawford up the middle, the 1-0. Again tries the slider away. Misses big, 2-0. Again, lefties, righties, it doesn't matter. They both hit low average, low power against this dominating closer. Tigers down to their last out. The 2-0. Swing and a miss. Just can't get to that slider. Meadows 0 for 3 tonight. The 2-1. Swing and a miss. Slider. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Munoz ready. The pitch. Swing and a foul. Slider away. Heck of a job by Meadows. Just a lean across home plate and waste a pretty good pitch.
You got a shot if they're out over the plate, but normally they're the back foot to the left-handers, and that's just right underneath that bat.
Munoz from the stretch. The 2-2. Swing and a foul. Another slider. Meadows will see at least 7 pitches. 47,000 plus on their feet in Seattle. Munoz leans way in. Gets the sign. Sets. 2-2. Swing and a foul tip. In and out of the glove of Cal Rowley. Everybody thought this game was over, but Tigers still have life.
Boy, Parker, they tried to sneak that fastball by him at the top of the strike zone. He was able to get a piece.
The 2-2. Down and in. Heck of a take. 8th pitch of the at-bat. Is ball 3. Meadows waiting. The 3-2. Swinging the ground ball. Chopped to first. Naylor will field, underhand flip to Munoz. Mariners even up the division series at a game apiece. Tigers scored 2 in the 8th inning on a dramatic double from Spencer Torkelson after the Naylor error. Rowley, Rodriguez, back-to-back doubles in the bottom of the 8th inning break the tie. Tigers take game 1, 3-2 and 11. Mariners take game 2, 3-2 in regulation.
Style
Detroit on
or
Tuesday,
substance.
again, our final score here. Seattle